Hey guys, I'm Tim Langston with Red Dog Bushcraft. Thanks for joining me for another video and another discussion about knives. Now, a lot of times when I'm out, I like carrying this knife. This is a one-off knife. It is very similar to the, this is an LT Wright. It's very similar to the GNS in the Scandinavian grind, but it's a one-off. It's a little bit different. Very good, high quality knife. Now, as you know, LT and Blind Horse knives split, and they have their own respective companies. Both of them have continued to make great blades, and I support both companies. This past year at the Pathfinder Gathering, which is coming up again this July, fantastic event for the entire family. If you haven't been, you really need to go to one of these. You need to make plans and go. There's something there for everybody, and just a great time of learning and fun. Very refreshing. I think every year I've been there, I have won a knife now. It may be time to step back and let some other people have more chances at that, but we'll see how that goes. Last year, I was able to win this. This is a Battle Horse knife. This is a workhorse, and this has become my everyday carry knife. It's a nice size. If I put it up to the palm of my hand, the cutting edge is a little bit longer than my hand is wide, and I find that that's a good way to judge a knife for an everyday carry or just around the house and out in the woods and around camp type chores. A lot of people use a Moore knife for just that reason. It's the size, but the quality of Battle Horse and LT both are just some of the highest quality knives that I've ever had the pleasure of working with, and I see no reason to go anywhere else. It's just everything that I have from them is just top quality. This knife, and you can tell, I mean, you can tell the patina that's developing on it. I mean, yeah, the cutting edge is nice and shiny, but it's getting that way over a natural process, and that's okay. I'm not one to sit and keep my blades all polished up. Very proud to win that knife. Very thankful for everyone involved that allowed that to happen. But what I'm really proud of is this year, my wife won this knife, and this is what this video is really about. This is the Blackwater, and this is also from Battle Horse Knives. Now, the Blackwater came in, I believe, as a monthly special, and it was kind of here for a little while, and it drifted off the scenes, and I didn't see a whole lot of reviews and people talking about it. But we brought this knife home, and my wife started using it as her regular kitchen knife, not just when she was out in the yard or we were out practicing skills, but she'd clean it up and put it in the kitchen drawer and started using it as her primary knife, for very much like you would a small butcher knife or a paring knife. And she's become quite fond of it, and the more I use it, the more I have become fond of it also. The handle profile is very ergonomic. It just fits your hand and locks in very well. It's a full flat grind, and I love that blade profile for many of my working knives. I just like the way that point just very gently drops down. Very much like most of their knives, it's 01 tool steel, so you get a good high quality steel. It's got a sharp 90-degree spine. All of their knives that I've got do. Wow. If you think I caught that on video, people just wouldn't believe it. But just look at how that's ripping sparks off of that ferro rod. And that's indicative of all of their knives. That's the way they come. But anyway, this became a knife that she's grown fond of, and it gave me the opportunity to talk to her about good quality tool steels, how to maintain them, how to keep them in good shape. When you're done with them, wipe them down, wash them, dry them, put them away. And I've kept that knife razor sharp. All I've had to do is strop it a little bit now and then, but that knife just stays hair popping sharp for her in the drawer all the time. Because, you know, if you're a tool addict like I am and really fond of knives, sometimes it can get a little challenging to ease into the conversation when you start talking about buying another high quality knife. But now that she understands the difference between just any old knife and a good high quality knife, I find that there might be a little bit more tolerance in there. So much so that I called them up and I'm like, I've got to have one of those knives. I need a Blackwater because I need me a good camp knife. When I'm carrying my large knife on my side, it does a lot of my work, but sometimes around camp, I want that small knife. And they were more than happy to make me one, and I was all prepared to do that. And then they called me back and they had a show truck come back that had one on it. So they sent me a picture of it, and here it is. The nice thing is, I hadn't thought about it, but this one actually has black liners. The regular epoxy, the scales are bolted on. It's contoured and shaped where it fits my hand very well. Get it up there a little bit closer so you can see the shape of that. Full tang, of course, fisheye bolts, full flat grind once again in the same size. All of these are 1/8 inch 01 tool steel. Sharpened rear spine. I find it comes in handy. I find also that it does not hurt the back of my finger when I'm using it. This is mostly for smaller and lighter tasks. I'm using it out here today. I was just trimming up some of these little toggles that I'm making for a little event that I'm getting ready to go to here this weekend. I needed to do a little bit of fine carving, and most of the time I actually use it for my food prep knife. And I have just really been amazed that we don't see more talk about this knife in the knife community. I think it came on the scenes and went away without a lot of excitement, and I think a lot of you are really missing the boat on not picking up a really great everyday carry or utility style knife. Once again, this is the Blackwater by Battle Horse Knives. Thank you so much once again to everyone who was involved in us being able to win both the Blackwater and the Workhorse. We have certainly enjoyed them, and I look very forward to seeing you coming up here real soon at the gathering. Once again, if you haven't had a chance to check that out, go on Self-Reliance Outfitters on the web, and they have a link at the top of their page that talks all about the gathering and all of the events going on. I highly encourage you to go to some of these events, get together with like-minded people, get some good study and training time in, and also some good relaxing time too. You won't forget it. You definitely won't regret it either. All right, guys, thanks for joining me once again. I'm Tim Langston with Red Dog Bushcraft, home of global safety and survival. Until next time, God bless.